Good afternoon, everyone. Let me pop over to the other side of the room. Good afternoon. There we go. We're over here now. Hi there. How y'all doing? You doing good? I hope so. Welcome. We are doing shot glasses today from Blanktastic. As you guys know, we've been going live all week, or I've been going live. I say we. I don't know why I say we. I've been going live all week to all the different things that we can do for weddings. I'm going to pull you guys up on my phone just so that I can see the comments in the live because that's important to me. All right. We also have Cheyenne in the back office today. So she is in the back office being able to answer all of your questions. If you hear the voice from beyond, that will be Miss Cheyenne. So today, like I said, we're doing the mini shot glasses from Blanktastic. Now, she has a couple different styles in here. We have the frosted we're going to do. We're going to do, this is the glow in the dark. Even though it's white, it is glow in the dark. And then, although this says red, I have to tell you, the manufacturer says that this is red. It's hot pink. I don't know where anybody thought this was red in any sort of color wheel, but see, that's red. This is pink. Red, pink. Okay, I'm glad we understood this assignment. So this is definitely a pink, but this is going to be great for your bachelorette parties. Maybe the girlies that are turning 21, right? That could be where this is going. These guys are for you guys, bachelor parties. Again, somebody's turning 21 years old, whatever big celebration. These are going to be what you're going to want to use. Now, I'm going to flip the camera over because you know what? We're not doing the heat press today. We're not going to do the convection oven. We are going to pull out our tried and true. That's right. This guy right here. This is our heat gun. Yep. We're going to go ahead and do the heat gun method on these shot glasses. Here is why. One, I don't want to break out my convection oven. I'm just being purely lazy. Two, I don't want to have the correct attachment for my tumbler press that would fit these. So this is where we're at today, and we're going to go with this. This is a great method. Okay. So if you're asking what kind of heat gun this is a Wagner. It was only about 30 bucks. It has two different temperature controls. They do have a more bougier option that you can set it. That's fine. Perfect. So we're going to put that there. So let me flip the camera downward so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right. Let's see if I can get in the comment section. Perfect. The heat gun. Yes, Miss Cheyenne. I thought I heard you pop in. So the heat gun is just one of those things that can kind of be, I don't want to say a fix-all for something, but it can definitely help. So we are going to do a couple different things. Here's what I'm going to do. On this one right here, I'm going to do this design because I want to put it down at the bottom. Then on the other one, I'm going to put just a saying up here. And then this one, I want to do a full color just so you can see what the frosted one looks like when you're doing full color. So first things first, let's trim this bad boy up. Now, it does not take long for this to work. I've done this on other tumblers, and we're going to do it on this one. I will say I get one shot at this. Haha, no pun intended. I did do a frosted one on a TikTok live the other day, and so I know how the frosted one comes out, and it came out absolutely gorgeous. It was a beautiful black for it, nice rich color. But now the curiosity is whether or not the color itself is going to look just as vibrant because it is frosted. Okay, so we have those pieces. Let's cut out the other ones. Hello to everybody in the comment section. These are our lunchtime sassy minis, if you will. While you're all having your lunch, we're learning some things, right? We're learning the things. We learn all things around here. So you can get these all, again, from blanktastic.com if you're looking for some mini shot glasses. All right. Next, what we want to do is tape them all down. Again, this is going to be just this image. We're going to pop off all these tops. This frosted one is glass. So make sure you note that. They do come with a straw, I do believe. We're going to just put this right here. Now, here's what you want to do. And here's just a little bit of a tip when you're doing these, okay? You want to put down one side solid down your tape, okay? because if I go to peel this up and I want to check underneath the hood, this is nice and firm on here. Then I'm going to take my thumb and run it all the way around. It helps flatten it out. Okay. I also like to come in here when I want to peek under the hood. I fold this little bit of a flap so I can pull the tape off a little bit easier. And now I've got that. Okay, let's get our heat gloves, because, you know, I got to protect the most important investment I own, and that would be my fingertips. Okay. So let's do this first one first. Let's move these guys all out of the way. So here's what you got to know about this. One, your heat gloves, you can use your oven mitts, your potholes. I don't care what you use, just protect yourself. Okay. Then we're going to turn on our heat gun. And what I like to do is go back and forth. So I will start, let this warm up, and I'll just rotate it through. It does not take long. Now I know I can see it through my paper already. That's going to be the greatest issue, is because the paper that I use, you can see it already. Most times if you can't see it through your paper, and then as you start to press it, if you will, it then starts to come through the paper. Well, because I don't have that, I'm just going to really get in here. I'm only about 2 inches away from it. Some people will put this through their heat presses. Some people will put this through their mug presses or in their convection oven. You know what? That's fine. You guys do whatever method works for you, really. I'm doing what works for me, and this is where it works for me, because this does not take long at all. Making sure I get all my letters. Now I will see that it did peel up just a little bit. Stay put, because, you know, it'd be hot. We'll put another piece of tape down just in case. Okay. There we go. Again, does not take long. Let's put this down. Let's check it out. Woo, Nelly, she be hot. Okay, let's peel this off, because it will melt your tape. I just got news for you. It will melt the tape. Okay. Oof. She be hot. Now I will show, this was because I moved it. Okay. That was just a me thing. I didn't tape it down properly. But as long as you tape it down and you don't put your heat on that area for too long, look how gorgeous it does turn out. Right? Absolutely beautimous. Okay. So that's that. But these are things that you need to know. If you hold it in one spot too long, then you're going to end up with your tape curling and peeling and doing the thing that did there. Okay. So we don't want to do that. So let's get the others two prepped. Okay. So this, I'm going to do a 2-1 punch on this one. I am going to put the image here, and I'm going to do one at the bottom, because we're going to live dangerously today. I mean, it is a Wednesday. Has anybody else been having the most Mondayest of Tuesdays and Wednesdays this week? I feel as if that is what we're doing. And for those of us who have been spoiled recently with beautiful weather, we're about to get snow. Thank you, West Coast. Thank you for that. So I am going to want to go through here and really trim this up. I believe I want to do it that way. It's been a while since I've done a bottom design on any sort of tumbler. So again, it's like riding a bike. You kind of know what you're doing, but you got to keep going. I might end up with a seam. I might not. We're going to find out. Okay. So now this guy comes all the way around here. Oh, good. It's a little bit big. And you want to slide it up as best you can. So again, I'm going to push this against my stomach, and I know it's going to be hard to see. Here, let me see if I can angle this down just a little. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this and pushing it underneath and then pushing this on top. Okay. I'm literally pushing this together. So it's making this as tight as I can. Now I got my fingers planted where they need to be. And we're just going to overlap that. Okay. And then you can go in and kind of curl this around. Okay. And then I'm going to just bring that tape around. Okay, so now we have this bottom design. We have this top design. I am going to go through here and just really make sure that this is nice and tight around here. Okay. Right? It's the Mondayest of Monday weeks. I don't know why it is, but it is. Now, the one thing I'm going to say to you is this is going to get really hot for me to hold, but we're going to try it anyway. Sometimes, oh, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I just had an idea. Did you see that? The light bulb just went off. Okay. We're going to see if I can't. There we go. Sorry. Ingenuity at its finest. Okay. Paper towel holder or paper towel. So let's go with this. We're going to go up and back, all the way around. Because remember, we're going to do the whole tumbler. Now, I'm not sure that that's on that curve, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to do this. Of course, my dog's going to bark, so I do apologize. It's because the wind outside is crazy right now. Get it nice in here. I'm going to work on this spot really quick just because I want to make sure that I get up near the top. Really get in there. Make sure it's doing what it needs to do. If you notice, I'm still moving it all the way around. Now I'm going to work on this bottom. Keep going. Yes, you're going to see your paper turn brown. That's okay. Let it turn brown. Just keep moving it. Just keep moving it. And because this is metal, it's a heat conductor, right? So it's going to still do what it needs to do. You just don't want to set it on fire. All right, let's see how we did. All right, so again, I'm just going to peel this away ever so slightly. Well, I guess it's just going to tell me how I did anyway. Wow, look at her go. Look at her go. I'm very proud of myself. Okay. Especially being the Mondays of all Mondays. And there you go. Note to self, putting something inside of these, genius idea for me, because then I don't have to hold it and then I can literally move it around, right? And then it makes it easier. But look at that. Look at that. Queen did good. Okay, so we're going to do it on the other one because I am not burning my fingers for this. I love you all, but I am not burning my fingers. Okay, so if you happen to have a paper towel holder or something you can roll up inside and then put this inside your glass, this was a great idea, on the fly kind of thing. And then this way I can do these really quick and easily, and I'm not burning my fingers, but I can rotate it very easily as well. You could always get a piece of PVC that take your little cup thingies and bring them to the hardware store and see what you could fit inside there so you could use it to turn. Just make sure that you understand that it's going to get hot. Okay, as you can see, it gets hot. So that's why I use the paper towels. All right. So we are putting this on the top. I know that my design is way too big. I was just creating it on the fly because that's how we roll around here, is everything on the fly. Let's trim this down. We'll trim that one. Right? Super pretty. So I am going to go from right up over this edge. And I want to see how it goes. PVC also melts. It can. Yep. Especially with the high heat. Absolutely it can. That's why I always tell people to be careful and what they choose. Because you don't want that, because it does get really soft. 100% correct, Shalata. 100% correct. That's why I say, go figure out something that could do with high heat. So as long as you're careful, whatever it is you choose. All right. Just know the heat point on it. All right, we're gonna go with this. And I'm gonna, you gotta be careful because it's glass. So even though I'm gonna pull it up against me, you have to still be careful that you don't bust the glass because, you know, that is a thing. Perhaps wrap it around. Oh, wrap paper. Right. Yep, you could do that as well. I think that's a great idea. You're going to have to test out your process, right? And that's the thing. We test out processes, whatever you feel works best for you. I just happen to have paper towels right here. And so that's what I used. Ingenuity at its finest, right? Okay. So here are some things you want to know. If you look inside, it's going to be really hard to see inside this jar, but it's kind of fuzzy, right? As you can tell when it's doing the heat pressy thing on here, it will go in and all of a sudden that image is going to be really nice and bright and vibrant on the inside of this jar, right? So I'm going in, making sure we're going to have some good contact. Gonna take my paper towel method here. Okay, there we go. Yay! Okay, I get to protect my fingers. Right? Yep, absolutely. Okay, so same idea. You're just gonna want to go in, like Shalata just said, whatever's handy. 100%, whatever. It was handy. We ain't judging around here. It was handy. Absolutely. Go all the way around. Don't keep it in one spot. We don't want to keep it in one spot. You want to go all the way around. I mean, if you got a cup turner, that could also be a possibility, you know. Let the cup turner turn and you don't have to turn it. I'm not saying go run out and get a cup turner, though. Go up and around this edge because this edge is important. Just keep going around. If you notice, I'm really spinning this sucker because it's glass. And glass is even more of a conductor than the metal is. I can see this nice rich image. Get in here because I can see some light spots. Make sure it's all up on that edge. Now what I'm going to do, set this down for a hot second. Put my other glove on because she's going to be hot. I want to take a peek under the hood. You see that color? Now look at the color inside that. That's how I know that I've got some good coverage. If I happen to see a light spot, like I see a little bit of a light spot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hit the heat gun right in this area because there is a light spot. So I can go in and see all the color inside that jar so that I know that we are almost there. Where's the spot that I want? Right there. Okay. So I want to give a little bit to that. Not much. Doesn't need much because she is gorgeous. Okay. Much better. Much better. Okay, so now let's take this off. We're just going to rip it off. Rip off the Band-Aid. Okay, so here you go. This is what it's going to look like. So while, yes, it does press, just keep in mind that when you are putting, we're going to put some white in there so y'all can see it. You've got frosted. Okay, so frosted is going to give you, again, that transparent look because it's a frosted and we're using transparent inks. There's no white in the backing. So while, yes, this absolutely did press the way I wanted it to, there is a light spot, but that's okay. It was where I had nothing on the image. So I would want to make sure it was wrapped around properly. It is still absolutely gorgeous when you are doing this. So when you're showing it off, you honestly want to show off anything that's frosted, like for pictures and whatnot. You can put the white in there so you can see it, but you also want to be a realist. You want to take a picture of it not with anything in it because people are going to see this white. They're not going to be able to see beyond the fact that it's just a white piece of paper, that when they go to take that out, they're going to go, oh, you know, and that's what you have to keep in mind when you are doing these. Let me get my other little one. Where did I stick him? I had my little guy. Oh, here he is. He's behind me. Okay, so here's the one I did that's black. As you can tell, Black is definitely gorgeous. Deep, rich jewel tones are going to be gorgeous on this. That's why I picked this one, because it is a deep, rich jewel tones, but you see there's light images in there. Where you're seeing and your eye is picking up on it is all those dark, rich tones. So there's the comparison next to each other. When you're picking image does matter on frosted. Anything that has anything light in it is not going to read well on a frosted tumbler, or Libby jar glass, right? You definitely want dark, rich jewel tones in all of your image for it to literally pop. If you have something like this is a light pink, that's not going to read real well. Whereas if you can see, this is black, it is on point. So these are the different things that you want to think about when you are going onto frosted. Now, it does not matter when you're getting something like this, because, well, this one, let me talk about this first. This white, we all know how it's going to sub. It's going to look gorgeous. It's going to be, all our colors are going to be popping on this one. You know what? That's why they do them in white. Whereas if we were to take this, I don't even think I have, do I have a little bit that I just cut off? Hold on. Even if we use, I don't know if I have an extra little bit of the piece that I cut off of here. Oh, I do. Okay, let's do it. So this is that right here. I'm going to put this on the back so you can see what happens, because again, color plays a lot into when you're pressing something. We talk about this in the shirt realm, right? When you're pressing something on a shirt, or you're pressing it in on, other than white. So if it's a pink, it's going to pick up on the pink tones. If it's a purple, it's going to pick up on the purple tones. So what I'm going to do is I have a little bit of that flower that I cut off. We're going to literally go in so you can see what that looks like if we were to put a color design on this pink one. Although it's called red, it's really pink. All right, we're going to do that. Let's do that real quick. So again, when you're doing something on a white image or a white background, being whether it's a shirt or a tumbler, whatever the deal is, you're going to get your most vibrant colors, right? Even on a 50-50 blend, you're going to get more vibrant colors than you would if it were on a pink. Because the pink is going to play off of it. So again, you're going to get more, I wouldn't say more vibrant, you're going to get more true color, right? So we have that. Now, if you put it on like this pink one right here, you're going to get a gorgeous color. You're going to get a gorgeous print. But the problem is I have a pink flower going on a pink cup, right? So we're going to see what happens with that, goes in here. Now, when you're dealing with your frosted, right? Give me 1 second. Let me get this. Multitasking today is not a thing for me. I just need you to know that. Okay. Ooh, she changed color. If you add too much heat, look at that. Look what happened. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, she's changing back. Okay. She'd be warm right now. Ooh, Billy. Okay. That's what's going to happen if you put too much heat on it. You got to let it cool off. We're going to let it cool for a few minutes because it all of a sudden turns purple. Okay. Let it cool. So let's go back to this. When you are doing frosted, you want the most vibrant colors you could possibly come up with. You want deep, rich jewel tones. They do present themselves so much better on a frosted. Again, black, nice, rich color. You can see the rich, deep purples and fuchsias in here. Whereas on the lighter pink here, it is a hard read on that one. While yes, you can see it because there is an outline to it. It's still pretty. Don't get me wrong. It's just a harder read. When you're presenting them to your clients, you absolutely want to make sure that you present one with and without white in like a white piece of paper inside it. The reason being is people cannot see beyond that. Okay. Here you go. That's what it looks like. So the image that we used, right, is part of this image. And you see how they play differently? They're playing absolutely differently. Now, yes, it is gorgeous. Yes, it has color, but that pink in the background is definitely playing on that design. So with that said, you might not want to put anything that has a color on it. If you do, again, you want deep, rich jewel tones because there's a light pink flower here and well, it kind of blends in. So these are just some things you need to think about when you are pressing something that is a color or if it's just straight white or if it's frosted. So I hope that helps when you're doing these. You guys can get these over at Blanktastic. Let me just put the tops on these so y'all can see them from the above shot. I don't want this to roll here. Okay, here's your above the your top shot here. Okay. These are all the tumblers that we just did. Again, just your tips and tricks. Deep, rich colors on your pink here, right? Yes, you can do some floral, but again, the floral is going to play off it being this pink. This one right here, the white one is king. And the reason for that is because it's going to show absolutely your true colors. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be on point when it comes to this. Your frosted, while it will show some beautiful colors, you want to use dark, deep, rich jewel tones. If you use anything with a lighter color, it's going to get lost in translation because of the frosted, because it is see-through. You're adding a translucent ink onto basically a translucent looking item. So again, think stained glass. All right, so there's that. If you're going to use those deep, rich jewel tones or dark colors like this to put it on these. These guys are glass. Please keep that in mind. These guys are metal. We used our heat gun, which you can get at the Home Depot or even on the Zon, wherever it may be. This one, just be careful. You saw that I used my paper towel holder just to hold it. It makes my life so much easier. This was just an on-the-fly thought because, well, I liked my fingerprints today. So with that said, I think that's it for today. If you want to go get your shot glasses, you can head over to Blanktastic and grab them over there. And I will see you guys again tomorrow at lunchtime doing something new. Until then, see you on the flip side.